Hi all, so I'm just going to show you how to do this simple half double crochet or half treble crochet UK terms little makeup remover pad, face scrubby, whatever you want to call them. They're just fun little things to do, but it'll show you how to do this stitch in the round. It's really simple. I've just made a video showing how to do this stitch back on the floor, so I recommend watching that one first if you're not sure on how to do the stitch, because it would be easier than trying to remember to do that and the increases. Okay. Sorry. So this follows the normal basic increase pattern that you do for a circle. I've shown how to do it in a single crochet one. This is the writing for the single crochet, so these would actually be half double crochets, US terms, but the actual patterning actually follows the same. Okay, so we're going to start with a magic ring, and we're starting with 6 stitches. So just hold your yarn down around your finger and across over. It likes to bounce back. Try to hold it over. Go underneath that band and pull that through, and then grip that there so it doesn't move. Then grab your tail end, your working yarn, and just pull it a little so that it becomes a small one, and then you're just going to yarn over and pull through. That's now locked that in place, so you could let go and it won't fall apart now. Then we're going to do a second chain, and that's your first stitch. It counts as your first stitch. So we need to now do 5 half, sorry, try that again. We need to do 5 half double crochets or half treble crochets US. I have random spots of yarn keep appearing, I'm sorry. It's from the previous videos, I've done a few. Okay, so we're going to yarn over. We're going to go through that loop, making sure we catch that tail there and the loop. Yarn over and come back through, and then we're going to yarn over and go through all 3 loops like that. So that's the first one. So now we have one there, and the first main stitch gives us 2, so repeat the process. 3, yarn over, through, yarn over, through the loops makes 4, 5, and 6. And then you want to take that little towel that you had and you're going to pull it. And as you pull it, look, it closes up that loop. Give it a good pull, and it closes up your entire circle. And you just want to slip stitch into that first stitch that you did, your chain, okay? Hey, sorry, we had to take a short break while a squirrel decided to use my roof as a tap dancing surface. But the squirrel's left, so we can carry on. So we left off with our first starting 6 and slipped in, slip stitch to join. So we're just going to chain 2. Now we need to increase to 12 stitches, so we're going to do 2 into every single stitch. Now obviously this chain 2 counts as the first one. So then just go back into that same place and do your half double crochet there. So that counts as 2 in the first stitch, and this is your next stitch. We're going to do 2 in there. So yarn over, go through your stitch, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over and through all 3 loops. Same stitch, create a second one so that we've increased, and then find the next stitch and do 2 in there. Remember, it's the yarn over, through the stitch, yarn over, back through the stitch, yarn over and through all 3 loops. So make sure you do 2 in each stitch around, and you'll double your stitches and have 12 stitches. Each round will increase by 6 stitches because that's what we started with. Okay, so we're doing from 6 to 12 this time round, which is an increase in every stitch. You can count your stitches. Look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. You want to slip stitch into your beginning. And that's your first round complete. So now we need to go to 18 stitches. In order to do that, we're going to do one stitch that just has one half double crochet in it, and the next stitch will have 2 double crochets in it, so an increase. And we'll do that around, so 1 and then 2, 1 and then 2, all the way around. Okay, and that will give us 18 stitches. So obviously the first one you want to do 2, chain 2, yarn over, and that's the first stitch. So the next stitch we want to go to next is going to have the 2 stitches in it. Okay, done the 2 in there. So the next stitch we only want 1 in, and then the next stitch we're going to want 2 in. Right, just move some of my yarn that's coming to join the whole thing in one go. Okay, so we've just done 2, so we're going to do 1 in the next one, 2 in the one after that. Remember, we're going to want 18 stitches to be finished with. If you can't remember whether you've done an increased stitch or not, just look at your stitches. An increased stitch has 4 legs or 2 V's. I just pick them up. Can you see that? It's got 2 V's. That's an increased stitch. Whereas this stitch only has 2 legs or 1 V. That's a single stitch. Okay, so I've done a single. My next one is an increased stitch. Remember, as we're only doing to 18, we're doing, oh sorry, my thread is playing funny. It's right, so how many we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18, because I missed that one. So that one down there, which is the one I forgot to count, you want to slip stitch in. Ooh, if I can manage it. And there's your circle. You should always finish on an increase. So if you count and you haven't got an increase, chances are you've missed a stitch somewhere. Whereas me, I missed it when I started counting at the beginning. So again, I'm going to do a chain 2, and we're going to go to 24 stitches this time, which means we're going to do 2 half double crochets and then an increase. Okay, so we obviously have our chain that counts as 1, and the next stitch counts as 2, so we want to do an increase in the next stitch. And then do 2 singles, and then again we do a double, so an increase stitch, 2 singles, and then our increase stitch. Again, we're just going to repeat this all the way around until we get back to the end, and we have 24 stitches. This yarn is a little splitty today. I don't normally have a problem with it, but this one seems to be a little off. Last one, so we're doing an increase in it. Slip stitch into the top of your beginning chain. There we go. You might need to even it out a little for it to lay down, just because of the way it pokes up as you hold it. At least the way I hold it, it causes it to poke. But you just need to spread out. So that's 24 stitches. So now we're going to do 30 stitches. So that's 3 normal stitches and then an increase, and we're going to follow along this pattern here as I said before. So these ones would be half double crochet, and as I said, this is what I used for my single crochet showing, so I'll just write this on the top, but we're only going to this row here, 36. So we've just done this one here, 24, which we did 2 half double crochets. So the next one we're going to do 3 half double crochets, and then the 4th one we do an increase to take to 30. When we've completed that round, we'll do this one, so that'll be half double crochet in 4 stitches, and then in the 5th stitch you'll do an increase to take you to 36. So I'm just going to work through that, and I'll meet you back when we've done this. There we go, so that now has 36 stitches around. So we're just going to chain 1, drop the yarn, chain 1 and then pull it through, and that secures it. So weave in your ends and you're all done. In the middle of the camera would be useful, Sonia. There we go, so that is your little run. And there you go. So really nice, quick and simple face scrubby that can show you how to do the half double or half treble crochet. They pair really well with the square ones. So I hope that's helpful. Any questions, pop them down in the comments. Right, bye.